Hey there guys, Matt Guzman here, back with another video, and today's going to be my January status update of Eagle Scout in only 2 years. Now, just a quick overview, there are 7 Scout ranks, 16 leadership positions, and 21 merit badges that are required for Eagle Scout. Now, rank-wise, I've been 6 out of the 7, Scout rank, Tenderfoot, 2nd class, 1st class, Star Scout, and just recently I've finally earned Life Scout after 6 months. So once again, that's 6 out of the 7 Scout ranks, and before I reached Eagle, so I'm almost there. I need about another 6 or 7 months. So what happened was on the 13th of January, which is about 2 weeks ago, or almost 2 weeks ago, I had my eligibility for the 6-month time requirement. It was like requirement number 1. It's saying being active for 6 months and have a leadership position for 6 months. So that time was completed on the 13th of January, and the last requirement you need is to have a board review, and that didn't happen until the 21st, which was just this Tuesday. So, board review on Tuesday, and then I was officially Life Scout. So, leadership positions, I've talked about this many times before, but I've been quartermaster, I'm a den chief currently, patrol leader, instructor, senior patrol leader, and currently I am actually assistant senior patrol leader in the new troop that I joined. So that's 6 out of the 16 leadership positions. Now in my troop, they don't usually have dual positions, but I talked to my scoutmaster and I told him that I could handle both being a den chief and an assistant senior patrol leader, and he said that was okay. So thank you again to him. But out of these, I'm currently assistant senior patrol leader, so that's 6 out of the 16 leadership positions. So the ASPL assists the SPL, still provides leadership, just not as heavy as the SPL, which means he has a lighter workload, and he still sets a good example to the younger scouts. So the reason, I'll just quickly say it, the main reason why I wanted ASPL is so I could still be involved in the troop with like planning and stuff, but also be more focused on myself, so I can work towards Eagle Scout. So the ranks pertaining towards Eagle Scout. I've been Star Scout for a while, so that's been completed for like 6 months, and since the end of the 6 months was on the 13th, I have now just become Life Scout. So that's been completed on the 21st. So for Life Scout, you need to be active at least 6 months as a Star Scout, so that was the time constraint that ended on the 13th of January. You need to demonstrate Scout Spirit. You need to earn 5 more merit badges, so you have 11 in all. I have 23. And you need to participate in 6 hours of service and be active in 6 months in the positions of responsibility, and use the EDGE method to teach another scout a scout skill. So the reason why I didn't get Life Scout on the 13th was because I needed to schedule a board review. And as you can see here, participate in 6 hours of service is underlined because it has a specific thing as conservation. You need to have 3 hours of conservation, which is a prevention of wasteful use of a resource. Basically, to keep something in good condition so as not to expend its purpose. So the Life Scout requires 3 hours of conservation, at least 3, and I completed mine on January. And there are plenty of beaches that need to be cleaned from garbage, so I organized a beach cleanup in my troop. And so the beach park we went to had a lot of signs. Most of them were about dangerous things nearby, like rick currents, but it also had a recycling guide on what to recycle and what to throw away. So that was very helpful when we were picking up trash, especially as we were walking along the piers and along the beaches. We were able to distinguish exactly what we were supposed to pick up. So as we were leaving, we had a plan to go a certain distance for 1.5 hours and go 1.5 back. One of the things you have to be careful for is actual things on the ground, like these jellyfish that look similar to plastic bags that can easily be mistaken to throw away. Once we collected all our trash, we found the nearest garbage bag or garbage can and set the bag inside there to properly dispose of any garbage we picked up to complete our 3 conservation hours. So comparing this to my Eagle Scout progress, I'm 68% of the way there. Basically, all I need now is 2 more merit badges and my project. So you need 6 months as a Life Scout, which active as a Life Scout, so that'll be done easily. 21 merit badges, 13 of them have to be Eagle, and I'll explain those merit badges in a second. 6 months in a leadership role, which will be ASPL and whatever role I choose to do afterwards, and my Eagle Scout service project. I'm not going to reveal my thoughts on my service project yet. I will leave those for another video, for another status update, but I do have one in mind, so if you had a question about if I had one in mind, yes, I do have a project in mind, but I will save that for another video. So 68% Eagle Scout in progress. So last month was about cooking merit badge wasn't exactly last month. It was technically the month before, but I did spend a long time on those videos. So all 3 parts to explain the different aspects of the cooking merit badge. Please check that playlist out. It's actually very helpful. Last month specifically was railroading and family life. Cooking part 1 was about safety, health, nutrition, and cooking basics. Cooking part 2 was about cooking at home and camp cooking. Cooking part 3 was trail meals and backpacking and food related careers. Now, this was actually helpful to do the video on, especially because next weekend I'm actually going on a real backpacking trip. And I've been on hiking trips, I've been on camping trips, but in my few years in scouting, I've never actually been on a real backpacking trip. So this will be interesting to do as my first time. And I will make sure to get some footage of that as best as I can, because we're supposed to be carrying a light weight. That's the whole point of backpacking, to carry as less weight as possible. So trail meals and backpacking really helped me to understand what the different aspects are of backpacking trips. Railroading was about trains and models and background information on railroading. That's basically it to sum it up. But you can check out the video too if you're really interested in it. And also family life, how to get the family life merit badge. I covered that in my other video as well. Basically, it's about the roles of a family and how you contribute to your family. So before I move on, I just want to mention another thing I've done this month. So in other videos, I mentioned that I did a camp out in my backyard before with my siblings, but this camp out that I did there was mainly to do specific requirements like cooking requirements or camping requirements that we did over the fire. But this one, we were just doing it for fun. Like my dad chopped up some wood. We just made sure that our site was clean as usual to make sure there wasn't anything that would damage it. And we just cooked some s'mores, put up our tents, and had a great time. So it wasn't any for a specific reason, just having some fun over that 3-day weekend for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it was a very fun experience. And moving right on to the merit badges I currently have, I have first aid, swimming, citizenship in the world, cycling, personal management, environmental science, citizenship in the nation, camping, cooking, emergency preparedness, communications, and family life. And because swimming and cycling are optional merit badges, they're either or, you only need to have one of them, I have 11 out of the 13 Eagle required merit badges. Now, the non-Eagle required merit badges I have 11 of them, and those are chess, music, art, movie making, scholarship, Indian lore, animation, robotics, digital technology, fingerprinting, and railroading. Now, the badges that I'm currently working on, I have 3 Eagle required that I'm working on. One of them I don't actually need, but it's good when I'm working towards Eagle Palms later. So that's citizenship in the community, personal fitness, and the hiking merit badge. The hiking is also part of that category of either or, which was a swimming and cycling. So I don't need it, but it is one that I should be working on. What I mainly am focusing on is personal fitness and citizenship in the community, since those are the last 2 I absolutely need to get Eagle Scout. Some additional ones I may be working on is archaeology, reading, and salesmanship. So hopefully that'll be 6 more earned towards my collection of merit badges. So merit badge communication, I finally got that done recently. Like, I've done a video on it before, but I had 1 requirement left, and I actually got that done. So this is officially completed now, which is great because that 1 requirement really got me. Family life, I got that completed too. I did a video on this. The main thing that catches people is the 3-month period you have to keep track of your chores. Railroading, I got that done in a few days. It really wasn't that hard, but it is a pretty cool merit badge, so I'd very much recommend it. And citizenship in the community is one of the ones I am working on currently. I'm 57% of the way there, a lot better than I have been doing in the last couple months pertaining to this badge, so I'm starting to work on it more. The only thing that might take me a while is the 8 hours of service I have to do, so I'll probably just get in touch with the church that I'm part of in order to get those rest of the 8 hours. I think I need 4.5 more, so I'll just get in contact with them to see if they need help with anything in order to get this merit badge done. And that's in progress. Salesmanship, 10%. As always, I'm not really worried about this one. I'll probably work on these last 3 after I complete my Eagle required badges. So archaeology 6%, and reading at 0%. And of course, personal fitness is also at 0% because I haven't officially started it, but I have been looking into the requirements. But this will be a whole other thing once I actually complete the merit badge and start working on it, so I will keep you updated. Speaking of updates, thank you for watching my video on my January status update of how to get Eagle Scout in only 2 years. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, turn on notifications on my channel, and I will see you all in the next video.